Today I have come to a fairly small woodland here in Cornwall. It's officially spring now, which is wonderful, but I'm conscious that the trees are budding and will soon be covered with leaves, and soon my chances of finding an owl with my thermal camera will be massively reduced. I've filmed so many introductions like this where I've said today I am at this place or that place, and then I've spent the day filming myself walking around with the thermal camera looking for owls, only to never use the footage because I have never found an owl. But I will remain optimistic and let's see how it goes today. So let's explore this woodland and see what we can find. As it was a cold morning, the thermal camera had no trouble picking up the small birds in the woodland and helped me spot them at a distance. So I am walking around woodland with my thermal camera looking at the different trees. They are mostly bare, but there are some with some foliage on, so I'm paying particular attention to those. I can't believe this, but I think I have just found some brown hares. I think I might be looking at one. I'm going to try and get a little bit closer. The thermal camera had picked up 3 heat sources in the nearby field, and I could see a male pheasant and something brown with black markings, hence my hopes it was a brown hare. 2 hares literally in the field in front of me on the edge of this woodland. Hares are one of my all-time favourite animals. I absolutely adore them. They're quite scarce in Cornwall. I have found somewhere, but it's private land and it's far too in the distance for me to actually film the hares there or to observe them there. But here I can literally come to the edge of the woodland and film them. It's very, very exciting. A winter of searching, and look what my thermal camera has just picked up. This is the thermal camera footage, and you can probably see a distinctive owl shape heat source. A tawny owl, how exciting. This is the tree the tawny was roosting in. I really don't think I would have ever spotted that tawny if it wasn't for the thermal camera. Once I knew he was there, I could spot him really quickly, but I would have walked past that tree and very likely never seen him. Thankfully, I got some footage of the tawny in the afternoon with some lovely sunlight. This tawny was at the end of a branch that was being blown up and down in the wind. Tawny owls are the UK's most common woodland owl and are highly territorial, often keeping to the same territory for life. It's the tawny that makes the classic twit-to-woo owl call. However, it's not a single owl making the twit-to-woo. It is the male owl saying hoo hoo and a female owl answering with a key wick sound. It's later on, I'm back home, and I thought I would finish off this video. That was an amazing wildlife trip. As I said at the beginning, I have filmed so many introductions to videos that have never been completed and therefore never published because I just haven't managed to find any owls, even though I spent a longer time looking with the thermal camera. So it was incredible to finally find one, and what a gorgeous owl as well. I am on a quest to try to find all of the owls native to the UK in the wild. I have seen tawny owls in the past. I saw an adult tawny very briefly and I didn't manage to film him. And then I also saw some tawny young. That encounter actually is probably one of my oldest videos. So I will insert some of that footage here in case you haven't seen that before. I lost my train of thought slightly here, but I was trying to say that whilst I'd seen these gorgeous young tawnies, I'd only seen an adult tawny briefly and not to film. I found these beautiful tawny young one evening by following their calls. It was pretty dark by this point. I'll add a card to the full video if you're interested. It was a kind of misty, slightly sunny morning in the woodland that I went to, and thankfully I managed to get some shots of the tawny in the sun, which was brilliant, even though it was incredibly windy. And I was just so happy with that encounter. Seeing the brown hares as well was amazing. So all in all, it was a brilliant mini wildlife adventure, and I really hope that you enjoyed coming along with me. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you next time.